Forgot that it was coming. Oh, bring it over. Ah, right, that's nice. That's it for the next hour.
You wish. I'm really tired today. I'm just like it now. Well, I've got back. Have you? Yeah, the worst thing is to teach. We've got back. And I'm bragging on about how great my back was the other day. Just started doing my shoulder and then both hurted. Hurting? I'm going to grab a second mat because I might roll it for my lower back. So ignore me. You don't need any equipment. You're always welcome to have a band or blocks. See how you get on. Nearly comes, I'll just throw my mat. Cool. Let's start off with a lovely stretch, shall we? An overhead stretch. Interlacing the fingers, turn the palms away. Extending your elbows first of all, so not too low to begin with. Get full extension. Then press your arms to the floor. Slide your toes in to go lifting the heels off. Get a full stretch down the back of the legs. Reach those arms. Point the toes forward, drop the heels, slide them, point the toes forward and reach the arms even further. Now close that back, that lower back gap. Hello? Hello. You can take that mat that's right next to me. Yeah. You can always go in Auntie spots being taken. You might have to slide a little bit, guys.
You are not taking my spot.
Bring them back down by your side. Lovely classic Pilates today. Slide the feet in, bending your knees. Imprint your spine, and let's begin with a bridge. Let's lift up, wake up the back of the body. A nice deep breath in at the top, and exhale, roll it out. As soon as we hit the floor, we engage those lower abs, lift the knees into the chest, and straighten the legs up to the sky. Holding for a breath there. We point the toes, bend the knees, closing towards the chest, pop the feet down, and then exhale, roll up into a bridge, and take your breath at the top. We take one more inhale, on the exhale, we roll it out. We hit the floor, we input the spine, we lift the knees into the chest, and then we kick them straight up to the sky, stretching them out, toes down, heels away. Lovely long deep breath into the top, then point the toes to the inhale, pop the knees, feet back down, roll up into that bridge. This time we do 5 presses, lowering the buttocks down to the ground so they brush the floor, lifting back up 5 times. One more lift. Inhale at the top, exhale, roll it out. Hit the floor, engage the abs. Pull the knees into the chest. Toes pointed this time. We extend the legs up high to the sky. Bend the heels, bend through the knees, heels to the bottom. Extend the legs again. I'm already going wrong with my words sometimes. 3. Bend it, press it up. 4. Hold your 5th one at the top for a breath. Bend the knees on the inhale, pop the feet to the floor. Lift up into a bridge. 10 presses up and down. Buttocks brush the floor, we lift straight back up. Opportunity to go that little bit further on each repetition you go through. Think about tucking that tailbone under as you lift up at the top. Activating the front of the thighs a little bit more. So I've got 4 more left to do. Last 2. One more, all the way to the top, hold it, take a long deep breath in at the top, exhale, roll it out. Hit the floor, input the spine, pull your knees close in towards your chest. And then we're going to extend the legs 10 times. This time, push to a 45-degree angle and start to wake up your lower abs a little bit more. So as you lengthen away, you flatten your lower back. As you squeeze your thighs in, lift your tailbone very slightly like you're doing a reverse crunch. So just feel a little elevation through the buttocks and then lengthening the legs. So some of the things we do today, because I've hurt my back, it's more like do as I say, right?
I'll see you anyway.
That's good then. Well, I've got 2 more left to do. You hold that last one out. If you're at 45 degrees, drop a little bit lower and pause. 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees, pop the feet down. Take your feet as wide as your mat. Open your knees with them. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, let's roll up and hold a wide leg bridge. And we're just going to activate the outer inner thighs. We're going to squeeze the knees together, open them back out 5 times. 2, slowly, allow a little bit of ankle movement. See if you can get the insides of your knees touching. 4, 1 more. And 5, open the knees. Take a breath in, lift the hips. Exhale, roll it out. Keeping those knees wide, we lift the legs up to take the top position. Right leg, extend, tap the heel to the corner of your mat at the bottom, point the toe, bring the leg back in, and swap to the other side. So just creating out a half V. Legs stay wide the whole time. Lower abs need to be strong, hip flexors strong. It's really weird having you over there, Lenny. You can sit right in my head.
Oh, I can't do Geordie accents.
And we've got the pleasure of him on the video. 5 each side. I don't think we're done now. I'm going to do an extra one, I think. Pause in the middle and straighten those legs up. Now, toe to toes out, heels in. Extend through the knees. Take the legs wide and stretch those inner thighs, but not touching them. Push them away a little bit and then squeeze them together so your heels come together. Open back out, wide feet. Press in for 2. Now focus on your flexibility here. Focus on the hamstrings. And then the lower tummy. Control the move. 1 more. Bring the legs together. Close the feet. Point the toes. Pop your feet back down to the floor. Slide your legs down. Lift your fingertips above your shoulders. Now lift your chin, look towards your toes. Can you exhale? Lift up. Lift the left leg. Touch the outsides of your ankles. Roll it out. My mother's calling me. And swap. So your option here, you don't have to roll up, and not a lot of people do. Sometimes a bit top heavy or just the core strength isn't there today. You can just do a crunch, a reach as high as you can go, working those upper abs, and then just simply swapping to the other side. Alternatively, if you can happily come up, but it's too much into the legs, you can bend the knee and pull the knee into the chest instead, like that. Okay, that's your alternative. So do 5 each side. I have no idea how many we've done. Let's go. 1 more each side.
7.
And then slowly drop down to the floor. Interlace those fingers. Take a full body stretch again, just like we did at the beginning. Release those arms back down by your side. Bend your knees. Take your feet wide of the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale. Let's roll up into that bridge again. Big squeeze up. And then we exhale. Close those knees together again. This time we do 10. Roll open. Bring them together. And then what we're trying to avoid doing is let your hips drop. So keep that same height, if not higher, every time. Slowly moving through the exercise, don't rush it. So I'm doing my 5th one, halfway. Last one, big squeeze in. Open the knees back out. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, roll it out. Just keeping the knees wide. Take a breath in and put your spine, lift your knees towards you, and then extend your legs up to the sky. And then we drop our right heel, tapping the floor, lift it all the way back up, right by the left one. So your focus here is as you drop your right leg down, your left leg needs to stay straight as possible, keeping that wide V position. So 3 more left of these. Lift the legs up, bring your heels together. Extend through the knees. If you want more this time, you can drop down to 45-degree angle. We open back out, we squeeze them back in again. 10 of these slowly. Let's start to take a little bit more focus on pushing the base of the spine further into the floor. Rib cage pushed down into the floor. Get these legs wider, get these legs longer. Keep the toes turned out. Keep the toes pulled in. So I've got 3 more left to do. When you've done that last one, squeeze the heels together, bend the knees, pop your feet back down to the ground. Slide your legs straight. Take a breath. Swing your fingers above those shoulders again. Second round, just 10, 5 each side. Lift the chin, look at the toes. Let's roll up and touch up. And I want you to focus on the eccentric movement, so the rolling down movement, to really work on a little bit more strength into the abs. That's what's going to really feel it more than the going up motion. So you should have about 4 more to do. See if you can lengthen your legs a little bit more. See if you can reach that a little bit higher. And then roll it out. Last stretch. We open out through the front of the body, pushing your arms back to the floor if possible. Pull the toes in, slide the heels away, stretching down the back of the legs. And then release your arms out wide, T, palms up, bend the knees. Engage the abs, lift your knees up to tabletop. And if you can, straighten them up. We're going to take our right leg, whether it's your knees are bent or straight, out to the right, not too far. The left leg's going to join, and then they together and back up into the middle. Pause in the middle, take the left leg wide, then close the right leg, and draw the legs back up to the middle. So we're going to take the load off, just stay with the bent knee, which I might actually do today, as I can feel some pressure. Pause in the center, left leg, right leg joins to meet. Always have a little pause before you draw the legs back up. So again, it's that eccentric movement, coming back into the center that you want to take your time on. So again, 5 each side. I'm on my 4th rep to the right, 4th to the left. Then your last one. The legs stay in tabletop when you've finished. Slide your fingertips to the back of your head. And as we crunch, we extend one leg forward, bring the knee down, drop the head, and swap. Not too many here, again, 5 each side. Just a straight up crunch and a leg extension, no twisting to the side, crunch and a leg extension. And when you've done that last crunch up, open the arms back out. Let's drop the knees and pop them over to rest on the ground. Take hold of the top thigh and twist into your left shoulder. Our first stretch of the day.
Hey.
Why are you all being so deadly quiet? Because Auntie's not here starting conversations.
I'm still talking.
You're just chilling. Huh?
We're doing this stuff Italian as well, just like here.
So if you want to make this stretch a little bit harder, your back's feeling good, you can take that top knee and put it further up towards your right shoulder to get more of a twist. Or just keep them stacked where you are. And allow your breath to just draw into that stretch a little bit more. Left shoulder blade closer to the ground. You can move your knee, bring the knees back together again. Release the top thigh. Abs on, lift those knees back up into the middle. Pause in the middle. Tuck your knees closer in towards you, lifting your tailbone floor. And let your tailbone go back. Get those legs to perfect tabletop. Slide your fingertips back of the head. So this time, instead of a crunch up and a leg extension, we're going to go for a twist. Extending one leg, reaching up towards the opposite knee, and then to the other side. Cross crawl. Slow and control, Pilates style. No fast movement here. And as you push your leg away, just try not to roll through the hips. The turn comes from your waist, therefore you're aiming for your shoulder to your knee rather than your elbow. So you want to keep your elbows open. So 4, 3, 2, one more. And 1. Open the arms back out. And let's drop the knees carefully over to the left. Once they've landed, you can slide your hand on that thigh and then twist into your right shoulder. So let yourself step into the stretch. After a couple more breaths, you might want to pull the knee further up, that top knee further up towards your left shoulder, up to you. Take 3 more deep breaths, try and get the right shoulder blade parked on the ground. Release the leg. Lift those knees back up into the center. Bring the knees close together and then blowing your feet to the ground. So your feet are touching. Thighs are squeezed in tight. The arms stay where they are and we lift up into bridge again. But this time it's completely different. It's about trying to draw everything into the center by squeezing deep into those thighs. Lift your heels and then pulse your hips there at the very last point of your bridge. So you're high up, pulsing, that little extra squeeze into the back, continuing to close those thighs together. I want to see knees touching, guys. Press them in. Come on, inner thighs need to be active. Keep pressing. Now go a little bit faster in those pulses. Lift those heels if you can. 8, 7, 6. Extra back squeeze. 4, 3, 2. One more big lift. Lower the heels. Roll it out. Straighten your legs. Bring your arms above your shoulders. Inhale to the toes. Roll up and come to seated. Once you're up at the top, lift up, look towards those toes, and then come down and stretch. Option, and the knees to catch your feet. It's important you catch your feet. Not your heads, don't they? Okay, and then you can lift up through the spine, and then you can fold forward. Get the shoulders relaxed away from your ears. Oh, gosh. Oh, the top of the wrong way around then. Zip at the back. So keep leaning down, chest towards the thighs, soft spine, toes pulled in, extend the knees a little bit more, make it a really strong stretch. 2 more breaths. And then gently release off when you're ready. Roll it up. Bend your knees, feet on the ground. Fingertips facing into the buttocks. All right? Lift your chest first of all. So pull your chest out your shoulders, then continue to lift up into a reverse tabletop. And then, rather than having your legs extended in this one, I want you to work on mobility. I want you to get as much elevation as you can, all the way to the sky. You have your head there, but not all the way back behind you, because it pinches the top of your spine. Now focus on getting that elevation, squeeze your back. Come on, lift up tall. If you're comfortable, you can lift left leg up to the sky. Or stay where you are.
I am not comfortable. It's all right when it goes to my thighs, when it goes to my arms.
Squat the legs. 10 more seconds, guys. Come on, lift up. 6, 5, push, 3, 2, and everyone lower it down. Woo. Okay. Sit up tall. Left leg. You what?
I feel like stretching the bicep.
Yeah, you can. It's nice, isn't it? No. Bend your right leg. Not too much, just a little bit. Bring your hand side of the head. Option, you can come to here, which is a little bit easier. You're going to soften through the spine, drop halfway back. All I want you to do is lift your right leg and take a twist to it, and then tap it down to the floor. So obviously if you're here, you take the load off. So I might actually do just my back. And you want to think about twist, obliques, tap it down. If you want to make it harder, you can extend the leg to a hover, pull it back in again. 8 more of these. Small move, but it's an effective move if you think about you're crunching and rotating. Last 4, 3, 2, one more. Twist it. And then drop the foot to the ground, slide your hands around the shin, roll it up, lift up and tuck that thigh close in towards your chest. And then use that to elevate your spine. Like that. It's going to be I always whinge on a Wednesday. It's like whinging Wednesday.
Yeah, I get that.
But it's one of my favourite classes of the week. Monday morning and Wednesday afternoon. Okay, we're going to let that foot come into the inside of your thigh. This left leg is then opening out. So imagine your thighs are kind of doing the same angle. If your leg doesn't like this position, you can grab a little squishy ball which protects it, or towel, or you can just leave it out to the side. We're going to turn towards this left leg. We've done this for ages. And I want you to imagine you're sliding your left butt cheek back a little bit. So just kind of like a little shovel back. Right arm raises. I can grab bands for this, all right? You're catching the foot.
No.
Or the outside of your calf. Or if you want a band, I can get you on. So no, do you want a band?
Yes, please.
I might have to get up a bit like this. No woman. I'm saying myself well there. Who'd like a band? Tom wants a band, take back, Tom. You've got your foot.
I'm gonna reach nothing without that.
Good. If you've got a band and it hasn't got a massive knot in it, fold it in half. Now, these stretches are amazing because not only are you getting into the left hamstring, you're getting into the lower back of the right side. You're also using that right arm to open your shoulder blades. You get it across your rib cage as well. And then you just want to try and melt down as best you can. Try and keep that foot flexed, pointing to the sky. It will naturally fall into its comfortable place. You've got 4 more breaths. Go as deep as you can. That right elbow touching the floor if you can get there. Oh.
So I know.
And on to the next breath. We're going to ease it off. Walk your hands back. You can keep the band in the left hand if you wish. Just swap it around to the other side. Bend your left leg, foot on the ground. Take hold of that leg by wedging your left arm inside. Lift tall. Open the arms. Create a lovely line running from the arms. Chest opens. And then we side bend across the ear, reaching down towards that left leg. Now you might find this is enough. This is enough for me right now. If you want to go further, you can slide that left leg down. Take your body with you and then twist, turn and stretch out fully in that elbow. Some people can happily grab their foot and twist their whole body under. I'm not one of those. I used to be.
I'm doing that now.
Look up, reach. So let's focus on the arm. Let's get the full extension of the elbow. That's really important. And then the turn up towards the sky, very important. Then if you can reach deeper, push your right hip down as you reach away from it. 3 more breaths here. And release your right arm. Roll it back up. This right foot's going to stay where it is. You're just going to slide it a little bit further forward, tiny bit further forward. I've done it for so long. The left leg is either going to go, as Thomas wants for you, on that side, the buttocks need to be on the ground, and the crease, the calf on the side, or in front. You're going to lift up, turn towards that left leg, and you're going to drop forward. Neither am I.
You're lucky I've got my legs crossed.
That's fine. So when people struggle to come forward, which loads of people do,
Yeah.
push with your hands behind you. Okay. That's what I tend to do. Oh. I think anything like that position. My knee, my back, I'm fully apart.
Maybe when I was 10.
Yeah. So you'll either feel this in the hips or the glutes, or not like it at all.
This is horrible.
So if you really want to get a stretch out of it, change your position and come to this one. Okay, that's the best one for you. It's probably the best one for all 3 of us actually. So we want to try and get a little bit of stretch in one of the buttocks. Okay.
That's what we're going for. Quite
So
straight.
you can pretty much kiss your knee.
I'm getting there.
And as you allow, Tom's in competition now. Tom, getting there, come on, Tom. As you allow your chest to drop, try and push your buttocks back down into the floor, so you just feel that little bit of resistance. I hate not being able to do something. Sit well in my head. So wherever you are, just begin to gradually come out of it.
I'll step on you if you like. That helps.
Nah, you're right. Not today. Not today. I'm delicate. Come forwards. Release. But and bring your legs into a straight line. For me. Wow. God. All right. So we're going to go to the left side now. Lift up tall. Here or here. Slide your left knee in slightly. Sink down into a half roll back. And then we lift up. And we're all going to start off just by tapping the floor. The turn. And the center. And after a few, you can then go to that leg extension, if you wish, hovering. Keep the right leg as fixed to the floor as possible, because it just want to come up like the other one. And then think about this as a crunch and a twist. So crunch and a twist. 8 more. Last 2. 1 more. And then drop the foot down, slide your hands around the shin, lift up and lengthen. And then hold that knee. Take your right leg wide. Sit your buttocks firmly on the ground. Turn towards that right leg. Grab your band if you need it. Reach your left arm. Actually, slide your right buttock back a little bit to reposition it. Then reach, then catch. And then once you've caught wherever you can go, just lower your head and chest down. And work on bending your left elbow. Dropping your left shoulder further and further down towards that leg. Try and feel your shoulder blade opening as you pull further in the arm. And again, your lower back may get this. Feel your body weight pushing back into your buttocks as you lean further and deeper into his leg. Two more breaths. Begin to release off. As you release your band, you might want to catch it with your right arm, right hand. Bend this leg foot to the ground, bring the right arm inside. Get some real kind of wedged. Left hand on the knee, lift your spine. So lengthen up, then open your arm up. So you want to use that arm to allow the chest to open. And then you can swing the arm over the ear, full extension of the elbow. And this might be strong enough for you, or you can go for a little move, take your body with you, and then turn, twist, and reach. And just feel your weight pushing down into your left buttock. You can reach a little bit further, you can catch your foot, amazing, you can twist. Let's try and get that chest under, maybe even looking underneath the arm to the sky. Then go a little bit further, stretch. Put down to his hair so we can see him. It's just a tiny little square at the top.
No, I'm here.
Take one more deep breath. Come on, reach, 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 reach. And then carefully the arm comes up first, the rest of the body. Now we're going to go onto the right side. So you can either bring the foot in front, that's the easier option, onto the crease, or on top of that thigh. Lift up or lie down and do it in that way. And then drop down is that right side. I'm not too bad side actually, my knees are right. So as soon as we lean, we want to lift our buttocks. We need to pin our buttocks down and then lower ourselves down towards that thigh. Even if I went and looked at Anthony right now, I can't see the lower body, so it wouldn't be as amusing.
Sure, that's intentional.
No, I think it is.
I'm practically folded in half.
You drop deeper. Just breathe a little bit more, get some longer breaths. And then when you're ready, we can just gently release off. Unwind those legs and twist them, whatever the words are. Lie and flat to the ground. Lift up, tall. So as you bring your fingertips to the head, open your elbows, lift your chest, extend the spine. Take a breath in. Now soften, roll back halfway. And we're going to lift the legs up and we're going to twist on the spot. So our position stays the same here. We're just turning, dropping, turning, dropping. We want these thighs to be active, hip flexors and lower abs. If it's too much, bend the knee, extend. And then you also got that option again, like I was doing earlier, just bring it to your back. If you want to make this harder, you can drop down and lift into it. Down, lift into it, but not too far. We're going for 8, 7, breathe, 6, 5, 4, come on, turn, touch those knees, last 2, one more, and then roll it up. Bring your hands behind for support, lift up. So earlier on, we turned our fingertips in to face our buttocks. Now we're going to externally rotate the shoulder with our fingers pointing back, which will either be easier or harder. Bend the knee, feet on the ground. We're going to work on range rather than having your legs straight. Lift your chest up first, and then lift your body. Now, if this really doesn't work for your wrists, you can turn your fingers out to the side, which is a more natural position. Otherwise, squeeze and lift as high as you can. Breathe. Yeah. You have your up, head back here. If you wish, left leg to the sky. Hold it. 8, 7. Everyone lift higher in chest. 4, 3, 2. Swap it out when you're ready. 10 more seconds, guys. Come on, lift up. Let's take the right leg if you wish. 8, 7. Push up. 5. Buttocks fired up. 2. And release it down. Good. Woo. Might want to counter stretch those wrists. I love this stretch, but it's really horrible. If you press down into your fingers and straighten your elbows, you get it down to the forearm. Everyone feel that? Yeah. Good. Lift up, arms forward, roll to the floor. Woo. Arms open out wide again. Okay, bend those knees into the chest. Straighten them up to the sky. Open them out to wide V. Circle them all the way around. Squeeze them together. Pause there. Open them back out and bring them back up to the middle. So we're doing a whole circle down and then a whole circle back up to the sky to meet. The whole idea here is we're trying to keep the knees as straight as possible. If it's too much, don't just do it. Bend knees, open the knees out, circle them around to meet, open them back out, circle them around to come back into the center again. Keep it going. You can make your circles as big, as long, as deep as you like, as shallow as you like. And we're going to go for 4 more of them. Don't rush them. And when you've done that very last one, legs all the way up, bend the knee, and give them a little hug in. A little roll side to side. Pop the feet down on the ground. Take your arms up above your shoulders. Lift into a bridge. Now, you're going to drop your left arm down to the floor, leave your right arm where it is. You're going to lift your left knee in towards your chest. And I want you to work your arm and leg together. So from there, you're going to extend away. You can tap your heel to the floor without dropping your hips, do so, and pull back in. So we push away, lever the arm, pull back in. Now, if you really want to challenge, you can lift your left arm back out and do it. So you've got more core stability going on here. And you'll just feel that's a little bit hard with the left leg arm floating, or just leave it where it is. We're going for 5 more. Now let's get a big squeeze in this right buttock to lift a little bit higher. Last 2. 1 more, all the way up. and pop the foot and the arm back down. Lift the hips. Or if you need a quick breather, drop your bottom down for a few moments. That's what I'm going to do. Or you just hold your bridge. So you're on the floor, lift up. Left arm up into the sky. Right knee in. Right arm if you want to join it. And let's kick away. Tap the heel if you can. Pull back in. You don't have to go all the way down to the floor. Just stop it where you want to stop it. Think about length. I'm not going to do this one. I'm just going to swing my arm. Let's go. Come on. Lift those hips. Squeeze the butt.
Be unbalanced.
I know. I've just gone back into doing it. 7. 3 more. 8. 9. Last one. Pull it in. Pop the feet down. Lift the hips up high. And roll it out. And the soles, the feet together at the knees, just fall out and take you up to seesaw motion.
Like even enough for your life.
Well, that's perfect.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to make it
Had complete balance. Perfect timing. Been keeping it alive with got.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Away. Bye. Okay, we're going back to some of those oblique twists. So we're going to keep the feet like that, lift them up, and have a look at your legs. So there's a little diamond shape. Hands side of the head. We're going to come up as we twist the left knee. The right foot taps down, maintain that position. So all you're doing is levering from the hips, swapping sides. So I want you to keep the legs always slightly rotated outwards. There's a lot of abs today, isn't there? Just suddenly realised that. And if you want to make them even longer, that's like what we did earlier, where you just tapped out to the corners of your mat, but make sure you bring it in at that angle again. We're just going to do 4 more of these. When we did our last one, we come back to that diamond. We then reach to the heels with our little pistol grip and we pulse. Work those upper abs. Now have your heels drop down here. Lift them back up and reach higher. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and grab the knees. Take your knees wide. Let the feet also go wide. So roll around. Keep the soles of the feet together, let the knees pull out, drop into the ground. And then tuck your tailbone, sorry, tuck your shoulder blades under. Use the outside of your feet to lift your hips up into a butterfly bridge. Quite nice, this one. And then do a little sway side to side. Come into the middle, lift up a little bit higher. Squeeze the butt and give me some little pulses up top. Very tiny movement. Inner thighs should be active. Buttocks are active to lift the hips. Keep pressing, keep pressing. 8, 7, 6, 5. Lift up more if you can. Last 2, last one. And then just lower it down. Enjoy that being the hip round. Take your heels a little bit further away, maintain that diamond shape. So you've got a really long diamond now. Bring your fingers above your shoulders. Roll up. Grab hold of your toes and think forward. So now it's quite a big gap. This is more of a stretch into the lower back than anywhere else into your sacrum. So ideally, obviously, your head's on your toes, right? Mine's going to be nowhere today, but nearly there. And lift up tall. Take your arms forward, scoop the belly in, roll back. Okay, so find a point where you're feeling like your abs are active, but you're quite comfortable. And then just this time, lift your chest a little bit so you're more extended. Lift your legs. Hold your knees, out and in. Just hold this position. Get your heels a little bit higher if you can. If you want more challenge, take your arms up here. I'm not. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Lift the heels up more. Keep your arms up there, check them up now. 8, 7, 6, 5. I want to see heels higher. 2, and then as we drop down this time, slide your heels into your groin area, lift up tall by getting hold of those feet, lengthen your spine. Shoulders down and pull back. You can lean forward, keeping that straight spine, or you can come forward and lower your head down towards those toes. Go a bit deeper. Now we're going to take those legs out to a wide V. Now this is where I always say, we don't do this very often, is if you use the mirror to see what your back's doing, quite often you think you're straight and you've got a rolled pelvis, okay? So you want to really think about each vertebrae stacked on top of one another. Otherwise, get your mat, roll them, get a little bit of a seat and sit your bottom on that. So lift up to raise the arms up. Look forward in front of you, keeping your spine straight, pivot as far forward as your body goes. The second this happens, you've lost your position. Lengthen, reaching up, look up between the fingers. So you can lean a little bit further forward and then gently come down. So whenever I do this, that happens, my toes fall in. I have to force my legs back. Most people the opposite way. Most people are that way. All 3 of you are that way. So I'm going to grab the insides of my feet and push them out as I lean deep into this stretch. You guys, outside edges of your calves or the outside edges of your feet, turn them in and stretch. All right? So you need to almost rotate your legs inwards, then lift tall, and then go as deep as you can into the stretch. Flex your feet, see if you can get your toes pointing towards the sky, feet parallel. And go as deep as you can go. Breathe. Lift up, lengthen. Okay.
It'll help.
Should save this for next week.
I'm not here next week.
Oh, even more of a reason then for you to be doing this today.
Or the week after. Oh.
We roll it in. Bend one leg, bring it in, extend it in front of you. Take your left foot around, flatten it to the ground. Wrap your right arm around. Take your left hand, lift up, and take a stretch over to the side. Now, if you're quite flexible, you can fold that leg and do that with your leg over, but your buttocks need to be fully on the ground in order to do that. I'm not a good demo of that, I'm afraid. And open up. And then you can take the upper level, lift the left arm, and stretch over again. Ooh, my hip.
Don't feel like doing anything, we're just with knees.
What, lifting the arm?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't then.
Yeah.
Just work on pulling the hand in and getting taller and twisting further. It's more doable in the in that position. Okay, release the arm. Uncross it. Straighten out both your legs. Lift up tall, take your arms forward, scoot down. So go to a point where you're just feeling your abs very gently working. Give me 5 little pulses here. Tiny little abdominal work. Pause. Drop an inch or 2. 5 there.
Pardon me.
Pause. Drop an inch or 2. 5 there. And this up. Dropping further is optional. Pause. Drop down again. So I'm going to go further than there because my back's going to get it. So I'm going to stay up here. Pause. Last time. Drop down a little bit more if you can. Come on. Sink it. Squeeze it. 4, 3, 2. One more. And then we lift up. Reach behind one more time. This time, fingers out to the side. I'm going to allow you to do it legs long if you wish. And then we lift up into tabletop. I'm definitely going to do it with my legs bent. And this is more of a comfortable place. Lift your chest, lift your hips, squeeze your butt. Do you want to do the left leg lift again? You can do it with straight legs if you want. Up to the sky. Simple. Stay where you are. Keep lifting up. If you're doing legs, swap them over. Right leg up to the sky. Now lift the chest. Squeeze. 8, 7. Everyone, get higher. It's your last chance. 3, 2, and release it down. So we're going to slide our left leg out. Sorry, take our right foot over the left leg. You can fold that one if you wish. Bring your hand to the base of the spine, lift up, wrap your left arm around, pull the thigh in, and work on extension of the spine and then the rotation. This water, like talking. So you can stay here and just breathe into stretch, or you can take your right arm up and then lean over to the left and take it deeper into the hip if you can. The music's put off, isn't it? I just realised that. Keep breathing. And then carefully release the arm back. Unwind, and as you do so, you take the leg all the way behind you. We're going to come sit into a nice child pose. Knees wide, lengthen the arms, let your head and chest down. You can relax your elbows for this one if you want to. And I just want you to imagine everything just a heavy weight dropping down into the ground. Take the arms for a little walk over to the left, and then take a little side stretch here. I like to pin my right hand down with my left hand to get a bit deeper into it. Let's go to the other way, left arm reach, melt down. And then move yourself back into the middle. Lift yourself up out of that position. Oh. And then I'm going to actually sit down. So you can either just lean into kneeling position if you're comfortable there, or sit on your bottom with your legs crossed if that's better for you. Bring your fingertips down by your side. As always, lift your chest. Keep your shoulder blades pulled back and then lower your chin down to the chest. Get a stretch down the neck. If you want to go a little bit further into the stretch, let your hands sit on top of each other or interlace your fingers and just allow a little bit of heaviness to go into the chin, into the head. to allow the chin to drop lower and you feel stretched down the top of the neck or maybe into the middle of your back. Up to the right armpit. To the left. Roll back to the middle, lift up. Open your elbows, lift your chest and squeeze your shoulder blades back into mini back extension. And then raise your arms up to the sky, hands together, bow, elbows to the ground if you can. Lift up. Round of applause for yourself. Oh. I think I needed that more than you guys did today.